Woohoo! Hello, my sewing friends. I'm Jen and I am a mob boss. Getting this thing done. I told you I wanted to take you along the journey of me making my Mother of the Bride dress, MOB, Mother of the Bride. And I had the flu all last week, still getting over it, but my energy is back. And I'm telling you what, the answer is making yourself a little concoction with turmeric and ginger and pepper and orange juice and a whole lot of stuff. If you want the recipe, let me know and I will give it to you because I've been drinking it twice a day and oh my gosh, can't believe it. Okay, so let's get into the making of the mob dress. Me turning into a mob boss. That just cracks me up. First of all, I found a dress at Goodwill. It is over there, and I'm going to do that last because that's the thing that's going to take the least amount of effort and energy. It is like a prom dress. It's all glittery. It sparkles at me every time I walk by. Oh, I love that. Then I'm going to cut it off and make it a skirt. So that's going to go really fast. So I'm not going to worry about that. So I wanted to nail down the turtleneck that I'm going to wear with the dress. The dress is a maxi length and it has a little bit of a high-low thing going on. So it's right at my ankles in the front and it kind of has a little bit of a train, which I wasn't sure I liked, but I don't care to go to the trouble to fix. So that's going to have to do. Okay, so turtleneck. I had planned on using this. This is from 1995. Apparently I bought it. So I never use it. So thought I would. It's like an indie pattern, you know, it's like it's got the thing, you trace it off, all that kind of thing. But I thought I'd put that aside because I was listening to a friend who does YouTube videos. She has a channel, Grace. So lovely with Grace. She's also here in Florida. And she made mention of a bodycon dress. And I thought, ooh, I wonder if I could get that pattern. And then I thought, maybe I should just look to see if I have that pattern. And sure enough, this is not me at all. A bodycon dress like this, no. This is McCall's 79999, not 79999, 7999. That's what it looks like. Okay, you see how this is? It's a turtleneck. All I'd have to do is cut it off right about there. Perfect. So I had some leftover stretch velvet, which is what I'm going to use for my turtleneck, and I made this one. But I couldn't get it over my head because the collar pattern piece on this is made for Barbie. I was fighting with this thing, trying to get it was hilarious. Well, it's kind of small anyway, but in an odd way because when I would pull out the arm, I had a lot of extra right under the arm. You know how sometimes you've got like bat wing thing going on, except that it's a set-in sleeve. So I thought, okay, back to the drawing board because this is not working. So I moved on and I tried cutting the neckline a little bigger and, you know, taking a little less of a seam on the turtleneck. Same thing. Same thing. Barbie, where are you when I need you? Because this was not working. No. So in the end, thank you so much, bodycon dress. Gorgeous. But yeah, no, never going to work for me. So I went back to this, which I had not tried. Thank goodness I've been making muslins because you know what? It's invaluable, especially when you're working with fabric that you don't want to mess up. So yet more of this stretch velvet. This I got because I didn't know what would match the skirt. And I thought, well, I'll give this a try because I was picking fabric as my daughter was FaceTiming me and she's walking through the fabric store and I'm going, oh, what about that? What about that? So this was one she picked up. I got a couple of yards thinking, I didn't know. So this is a nice turtleneck actually, but this fits beautifully. And this also has cuffs on the sleeves, whereas the other one did not. So this is the winner. I know what I'm doing with that, but this is the fabric for the coat and the turtleneck. And so I haven't cut it yet because I wanted to make sure that I had enough fabric. So let's set that aside for now. Let's talk about the coat. The coat I'm using McCall's 6800, which is a beautiful coat. And initially I made a coat of many sheets, not a coat of many colors, a coat of many sheets. And it's right here. And I just used the sheets to make this muslin. And I made view D. but I did not put that high collar on. Instead, I cut it like it's cut there, but I just left the collar off, basically. That was all. And then I worked with this a little bit. I folded some of the neckline back, and then I cut the hood. And I'm still working with the hood because I didn't think it was wide enough, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm still working with it. But this is, I think, going to work. It's going to work really well. Now, I'm not going to get the split in the front like I thought I wanted. I tried that with another sheet basically, and thought like cut this here and put a circle skirt on the bodice basically. And I just didn't like it. And I checked with my BFF and she said, that looks a little costumey. And I was so glad she said that because I thought, what is it that's bothering me about this? Well, that was it. So it's only going to button to the waist. And this is very flippy, very just, lots of skirt going on here, which I love. Only thing I do not like is the sleeve. It's a two-piece sleeve. And so you've got two pieces here. And that's because the suggested fabrics for this coat are things like wool and like Pendleton wool, like heavy Milton wool. And I'm going to make this out of a stretch velvet. So yeah, I just want a regular sleeve. I don't want a big fancy, like it's made to be made out of, coating. That's all I need to call it. But anyway, so I think I'm going to grab another sleeve from another pattern. I'm not sure what, but I will figure that out. I actually have several coat patterns, and one of those will be fine. I just need something a little simpler. So I look at this and I think this is so pretty and it's so elegant, more like the kind of coat you'd wear to church or to an event rather than what you throw on to get in the car to go to Walmart, and this is looking a whole lot more casual than that. But I think the fabric choice, which is this, is going to make a huge difference. So I decided to go with View B instead. And View B has that big collar there. That's going to give me a lapel kind of. And it's going to work better with attaching this hood and making it look not like I threw it together, but much more like it's supposed to be that way. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is ready to go. The pattern pieces are all this, except for the sleeve. And what I'll do is cut a quick sleeve and then probably put it in and just make sure it fits. And that'll be it. Try on Jen here. This really does look better than this one. This one is more comfortable. This is from Vogue 1271, I think. And it's just a straight sleeve. And for some reason, this just looks better. It feels really big in this cotton sheet, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm torn. It's pulling right there, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's that there's more room here, and the way that the pattern is cut, it's cut to have that two-piece sleeve. So you know what? I think I'm gonna stick with the two-piece. Good try. I'm glad I did this experiment because, yeah, now I know. Yep. I'm really happy with this. I love how it goes down just the slightest little bit. It's just the slightest little bit of high leg. I love that. And if I wanted to put a belt on it, I could. So it's only going to button from here to, probably pins, probably about here. And I probably won't do more than maybe 3 buttons, maybe possibly 4. Don't know. And I might do frogs. I don't know. I have some, but I don't know. So anyway, this is the state of the coat. As for the fabric, this is for the coat and the turtleneck, which I think is going to be so pretty because it's going to be the same. Okay, so then I'm walking around Joann's. We have all heard Joann's is closing. I went up to a Joann's that's pretty far away. I mean, it's like 45 minutes away. and oddly, in the same county as I'm in. Go figure. So my husband and I drove up there on Saturday, and I'm walking around wishing I had not picked a Saturday to go shopping. But you do what you have to do. And so I'm walking through and seeing that stuff is on sale, but it's not to the point yet where they're getting rid of stock. So it was just like a regular day at Joann's. So I'm walking around thinking, okay, I got to line this with something. What am I going to line it with? I got this. And yeah, it matches fantastically. It's beautiful. And it's lining, like what you would put in a dress or something like that. Or maybe a wool coat, but you wouldn't put it with stretch velvet, which is not that heavy. This is actually, it's the weight of like a set of joggers and a hoodie. It's that kind of a weight. So I thought this would work, yeah, but I will freeze if this is what I use. So I'm walking around aimlessly and I'm thinking, what can I use? I could use fleece. I could use flannel. I could use that. I could use more stretch velvet. I could use, I'm going through all of the possibilities and I'm just meandering in a daze thinking, I will never figure this out. Got a hold of my BFF and I said, what am I going to do? And she said, well, uh, you know, fleece would work. So I walked by and I saw this bolt, which was out of place. It was with all the last chance fabrics. And it is gray rabbit faux fur. It's really beautiful, actually. And I thought, okay, all righty then. I'm going to line it with this. We're going to see what this ends up looking like. I hope it'll be fabulous, but we'll see. So that decision has been made. I feel so relieved, and I'm just so relieved. So as I walk, this is what you'll see, but this is what's underneath. So it'll move, and you'll see a little of that, and you'll definitely see my skirt. I'm on the way. I'm on my way. I have so much of it figured out. Now it's just a matter of cutting it out and putting it all together. Now, when I was cutting out this muslin out of all these sheets, I wasn't sheets give you a lot of fabric, and I didn't have enough for all of the pieces, and I'm sweating it, thinking, oh man, do I have enough of this? Well, I had gotten 7 yards. I have more than enough because it's a great thing about having this huge table. I do want to cut my table down later on in the year, but it really helps when you've got so much of a slippery fabric and you've got to kind of corral it and bend it to your will and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm trying. So that is the state of the mob dress. I still think that's hilarious. So I'm going to keep at it. I will try and film some of the stuff that I do with the actual fabrics. I know I went to the trouble of this, but that was so, to be honest, I had the flu. I was barely in here for like 15 minutes at a time. At the end of the week, when I at least could get up and have some energy to, when I was not taking a nap because I slept a lot. But like I say, if you want the recipe for that concoction that I've been drinking, I will gladly give it to you because, man, I can't believe how much better I feel in such a short time. So anyway, I'll keep you posted with everything that as it comes together. I'll try and record some of my process. And I will leave you with this, my favorite verse from the Bible, which is do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. I want to do that every day, and I hope you do too. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.